What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Misguided Goddess podcast. This is the Misguided Goddess Sion. Sisters, how y'all feel? Brothers, y'all alright? Well, I hope you all are doing well. I hope you had an amazing Halloween weekend. I know I had a lot of fun. I had so much fun that I wanted to record this podcast and have this out on Sunday. And yeah, that didn't happen. But it's okay. I'm here now. Hey y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you guys so much for like all of the love and support that I got on the last episode. And it's like when you have a message that you need to speak about it, because obviously somebody needs to hear it. And I'm so happy that I chose to talk about being single versus being a single person. And just to like reiterate my stance on exactly what I mean by being single versus being a single person, being single is a status. Like, yes, I am single. I am not married. I am not separated. I am not divorced. I am not widowed. When I file my taxes, I file as head of household or single because I'm a single person. You see what I'm saying? That's my relationship status. Well, actually, that was probably a bad example because when I file my taxes, I file head of household. That's not, but anyway. But anyway, um, anyway, when you are single, that is a relationship status when you're filling out forms and stuff like that. But when you are a single person, you are one person, one whole person. You're a person who loves discovering things about yourself, learning things about yourself, not even about yourself, but for yourself, because that's kind of really what I really was kind of trying to push on to you all, just to kind of teach you like that is what's important. If we learn first to grow within ourselves, we'll be better partners. We'll be better for our future children. We'll be better for our future partners. We'll be better for the like society in a whole if we decided to be whole people instead of looking for things outside of our whole selves to make us happy. You know what I mean? Like happiness is definitely a temporary emotion. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I love being happy, but it's a temporary emotion. You see what I'm saying? So it's like nothing outside of you is truly going to fulfill you and make you happy. Like, nah. And there's something that I want to make sure that I share. And I can't remember if I went into this on the last episode or not. But I did write this down to talk about on the last episode because I just wanted to mention this. And while I'm saying about happiness and how nothing outside of you can like truly fulfill you, I wrote down this like random thought one day, and it's just like this idea that I had. Like I said, it just randomly came to me. When people say money can't buy happiness, and trust me, you'll see when you can't buy happiness. But people say if money can't buy happiness, then why when I buy XYZ, I'm happy. And I just want to let you know that's because you're not actually happy. You're actually materialistic. And that's okay. But listen to me. It's okay to be materialistic because, yes, things do hold certain values that people will be like, oh, yeah, I'm happy to have this thing. And that's cool. Like, you're happy to have that thing. But again, that's temporary. And money can't buy you happiness because the real happiness, the real joy, the real fulfillment is what I already went over with y'all. The blessing of the fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self control. Money can't buy not one of those things. It can't. So, yeah, money can't buy happiness because the best things in life are free. Because the best things in life are the fruits of the Spirit, okay? And those are things that we can work on, we can grow with, and we have to definitely pray for all the time. And I'm definitely going to get into in this episode the importance of patience. I Matter of fact, I can just go straight into it right now. Let me just y'all, patience. Patience, 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 patience. Now, when I was 16, I got my first job. I worked in fast food, and I worked there from my junior and senior year of high school, my freshman and sophomore to my freshman and sophomore years of college. When I tell y'all, I used to get complimented on how patient I was with customers, because it's like, I'm not about to rush you. Because I know if I was ordering food, like I said, I worked in fast food, and yeah, it is fast. And 9 times out of 10, when you come here, you are going to know already what you want to eat. But they do have some people who, like, they change their mind. Like, oh, wait, I ain't see this on the menu. Let me try this instead. I'm not tripping. Like, I don't care. I don't care about none of that. They ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm going to take your order. I'm going to be as nice to you as I possibly can. Get your order to you as fastly as I can. And then get you up out of here. See you up on your way. And I used to get complimented like, oh my God, thank you so much for being so patient. Like, even managers and coworkers would always compliment me on being so patient. And in 2020, I told y'all I went on just this journey of self-reflection, and I really realized like, yo, I am not patient anymore. I am very impatient, and I do not like that, because when you're impatient, you want everything quickly. Everything has to be fast. Everything has to be quick. Everything has to be right then and there at the snap of your fingers. And I'm going to just be the one to say, I don't like that. I don't like that. Some things take time. And what will really teach you patience is growing something. Whether you're growing something inside of yourself, or growing a garden, or trying to grow a plant, or especially like starting from a seed, it will teach you patience. And when I worked I was a cashier at an outside garden, and a lot of the people would come and they would ask, like, oh, are you really into plants? And oh, what do you know about this, that, and the third? And of course, and at that time, I wasn't into plants, and I didn't know anything, but I had just started working there, and I was learning a lot, and it was very interesting to learn about. And then just talking to customers and getting their advice on certain things. I remember this one lady told me, cute as a little old lady, she was cute as a button. Um, she told me, watching a plant grow is going to teach you patience. Because if you can grow a plant, you can grow anything. And I was like, oh, all right. Like, she just said it like in a conversation. That's not like a spot on quote that she said. Like, no, we were talking, but that was the one thing that I remembered from that conversation. And that was in 2014. It's now 2020, and I just know, like, I could tell y'all guilty. I'm guilty as charged of being very impatient. And now I'm going to tell y'all this. There was a certain blessing that I asked for. Because you know me, I'm manifesting all my dreams and goals over here. So, and when I say manifesting, let me tell y'all what manifesting is for me. Manifesting is me deciding on what I want, writing it down in my manifestation journal, praying about it, because I'm going to ask God for whatever I want, because I can co-create whatever life I want. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to slide this on in there. You can't manifest without God, y'all. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, when y'all think people saying, oh, I'm going to ask the universe, who y'all think people talking about? Who y'all think the universe is? People gonna say what they want to say, and I use it interchangeably too. Like I say God, I'll say Jesus, I'll say Allah, I'll say Jah. You know what I mean? And not saying like I pray to all those people, but respectively, I've quoted those people. Like I've read, different. I've studied different religions, so I've learned different things, and it works for me. That's all I can say. It works for me. But yeah, I'll say the universe too. I'll say Sky Daddy. I like that one the most, but I think that I like Sky Daddy the most because of course my father passed away when I was little. So Sky Daddy is like God and my special little, like I got my own guardian angel because of my dad. So that's the way that I like to think about that. But that's just me. But anyway, I wrote it down in my manifestation journal, and then I go to thinking about it and praying about it and asking God to guide my steps in order for me to reach this thing. And there's this one thing that I asked for in which I can't speak on it yet because it's still unfolding. But I asked God for this one thing. I asked for it specifically. I asked for it in full detail. And I got bits and pieces of it at a time, but it was never the full thing. And I remember being so sad and feeling so defeated. Like, God, I asked for this, but I didn't ask for this. Y'all know how we be. That's why they say be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. There is truly power in the tongue, okay? So watch what y'all say and watch your mind too. Because, I mean, before you say it in your mind, you're going to say it in your head. And then it's going to come out. So watch yourself, all right? Like, I just want us to try to be our best selves always, all right? So, okay, anyway, I'm praying for this one thing, and it's not coming through yet. Like, it's, like I said, coming through in bits and pieces, and I'm just like, come on, God, like, just please. But I had to remember and really tell myself, like, I really looked in the mirror and said, Sion, chill out. Like, you asked for this a certain way, you gotta wait. Like, and I have to talk to myself like that in the mirror because sometimes, see, I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand certain things until somebody say them to me. You see what I'm saying? Like, for instance, my best friend, she'll put something in a way that I've been saying to her. She'll say it back to me, and I don't hear it until I hear her say it. You see what I'm saying? So for a lot of times with myself, I don't hear me saying it unless I say the words out loud. Like if I'm doing something, I'll just be like, Sion, stop. Like stop doing that. And then I'll be able to stop doing it. Like I have to actually command myself to stop doing it. It works for me. I'm only sharing it with y'all because it works for me. I mean, have at it and do what you please. But anyway, me having that conversation with myself though, I remembered I've been praying for patience all this time. Patience is truly a virtue. I've been praying for patience all this time. So the way I see it, I'm praying for patience because I knew already before I prayed for this thing that it was going to take some patience and it was going to take some work to get there. And that's what manifesting is. Manifesting is you doing the work. Like, yeah, you're going to pray on it, but you're going to put your best foot forward. Because, I mean, faith without work is just, it's just faith. Like, you got, sometimes you got to do a little something. Now, sometimes you do. You got to meet God halfway. And you got to do a little something. Just something. But that's the reason why when I pray, I like to ask God to guide my steps. Because if it is work that I need to do first, like here, if I need to do work first, let me do my work first. Like, let me do my work first. So then I could get up out of the way and God can come through and do his work. Okay? Okay, y'all got me? All right. So yeah, money can't buy you happiness, but money is needed in this world for structure. It's needed for stability. So no, there's nothing wrong at all with wanting money. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with aspiring to be a billionaire. There's nothing wrong with wanting money. There's nothing wrong with being a hustler. There's nothing wrong with being a paper chaser. There's nothing wrong with going for yours. However, do not ever think that money is going to buy you that happiness, because it won't. Yeah, it'll buy you material things, and it'll, pay for your structure, pay for your stability. Yes. Now, and this is like, because I don't want y'all to miss this, but I feel like I'm saying paying for things. A house is a thing, and yeah, a house can make you materialistic, because you know when you're living beyond your means and when you're not. However, if where you live at is your place of peace, which it should be, spend whatever you gonna spend on it. But just make sure within that home, there is love, there is joy, there is peace. Okay, there is kindness, there is patience, there is goodness, there is gentleness, and that you are having self control in that space. Okay, because that's what's going to keep that space happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've lived by myself, and I've lived with my family, and I know for a fact when I did like live by myself, I did sometimes it'll get lonely because you're in there alone. You know what I mean? And you always in there by yourself if you're not inviting people over, or like, it could definitely get lonely. But in that loneliness, there was love there. And in that loneliness, there was peace there. In that loneliness, there was joy there. And I wouldn't trade that time of me being alone. I wouldn't trade that for the world, because in that time of me being alone, I learned a lot about myself. I really got to be like, wait a minute, why am I doing this? Like, where did I pick this up from? And you'll notice like the little habits that you pick up from the people around you and the people that you grew up with, even your eating habits. So it's the reason why there's a lot of people who want to be healthy, and then they're like, oh well, I'm about to eat this. Let me see, what would be a meal? What would be a meal? I'm about to eat this yellow rice baked chicken and green beans, and that's my healthy meal for the week. Because whenever you said growing up, oh, I want to eat healthy, you still was cooking those your people was cooking those full meals. Like, oh yeah, this is healthy because you got these green beans right here. But nobody ain't ever tell you that all that rice, it processes in your body as sugar. So no, this is not a healthy meal like that. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes I mean, like, all rice, I'm not going to say all rice all the time isn't bad, because you can have what you want to have even with dieting. You can have what you want to have in moderation. Balance is everything. Like, you should not you should I don't want to tell nobody what they should or shouldn't be doing, but it would be a good thing, let's say that it would be a good thing to try to balance everything in all aspects of your life, because once you find balance, you'll find calmness and you'll find peace. All right. I stopped right there because I wanted to give y'all a chance to reflect and say, oh, wait, that's right. So I had to just give y'all a little, a little pregnant pause. Um, but yeah, and speaking of eating healthy, I was reading this document. Not, I was reading this documentary. I was reading this. I was reading this article on apples and health benefits and everything like that. And for 1 week, I tried to eat 2 apples a day. You can eat up to like 4 apples a day if you want to. That's a bit much for me. I do like apples, Honeycrisp apples. Oh my God, Honeycrisp apples. Oh, they're so good. So I just got like a bag. Matter of fact, I didn't even buy this bag of apples. My neighbor, so sweet, gave me. I told y'all I live in a rural community. We like we share our neighbors. We share. We care about each other. We really are like an extended family. Um, to an extent, like, again, we're an extended family, so we don't know everything about each other, but we respect each other. We live in close quarters, and we're nice to each other. But anyway, my neighbor gave me a bag of apples, and I eat 2 apples a day. I eat one for breakfast because I never get hungry in the morning. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to drink my water, do my lime shot, eat an apple, and that should hold me over for like at least the beginning part of my day. Um, I have a very crazy schedule, y'all. So that's a big part of the reason why I decided to change my podcast date. But we'll get into that later in the pod. Anyway, back to the diet. So then I eat another one with my lunch, and then for my lunch I was eating like a pretty salad. And what I call a pretty salad is a salad with a lot of different colors in it. And I would eat that, and then afterwards I would eat another apple, maybe for like my break or something like that, because I take an afternoon break. Um, and I like how it made me feel. I really can say I like how it made me feel. So maybe that's something like if you were thinking about trying to eat like more healthy snacks, like if you like apples, 2 apples, just try it. For a week, see how you feel. And yeah, let me know. Give me some feedback. I definitely wouldn't mind knowing that. Cause one thing I'm not gonna do is drink apple cider vinegar. I'm not doing it. I tried to a guy that I used to know suggested that I drink apple cider vinegar in the morning because that's what he did, and he was like, it's really good for you, and I never get sick and XYZ, and that's cool and all, but that shit nasty. I'm not drinking that. I'll take a bath in it, but I'm not drinking no apple cider vinegar. I'm not doing it. I didn't like it at all whatsoever, but me and the lime shots, we working out. And it's to the point, well, I like it. Like, I like it. I have no issue with it because I like it. But anyway, um, so that's just a little health tidbit that I had been finding. And apples also, they're very good for oral hygiene. So my people out there who, have issues with oral bacterias and stuff like that, like if your teeth bleed a lot, start eating. First, go to the dentist, but start eating some apples. Like there's different ways and different natural remedies for us to heal certain things that goes on in our bodies. And apples also help fight like bad breath and that white tongue. So just throwing that out there, trying to give the good word. Apples get a bad rep because of the Bible, but word on the curb is that wasn't even much of apple. But hey, we're not going to get into that because we're not going to get into that. But anyway, I do want to mention this because this is really what I wanted to talk about on a pod. So no, I'm not actually mentioning it. We're going to talk about this. I want to talk about self-esteem. I want to talk about self-esteem because I have been coming across a lot of women and men who have low self-esteem. Grown women, grown men, and they have low self-esteem. And it's like, maybe y'all don't realize that that's what it is, but that's what it is. And it's like, when you have low self-esteem, you have low self-worth. And on this podcast, on the Misguided Goddess podcast, we're not going to do that because I'm not going to teach you to have low self-worth or have low self-esteem, okay? I'm leading my tribe down the path of healing through self-love and spirituality. That's my goal here. That's my goal here, okay? That is my goal here. I'm going to say it one more time just in case y'all didn't hear me because I know I talk fast. I am leading my tribe, meaning y'all, my listeners, my soul family, down the path of healing because we're going to heal together, but we're going to do it through self-love and spirituality. That's my purpose in life right there, is to lead y'all to lead y'all to the water. Now I ain't going to make y'all drink. I'm going to lead y'all to the water, but you got to do the work on your own, okay? Oh, I was really serious with that, but every single time I say lead y'all, every time I say that, I always think of Cat Williams. You can lead a hold of water, but you can't make her think. You feel me? But see, when you say it out of context like that, especially with what I'm about to go into, it sounded so disrespectful. But when you hear somebody talk like that, well, for me, when I hear somebody talk like that, like you can lead a hold of water, but you can't make her think, I don't need nobody to think for me. I don't want y'all to need nobody to think for y'all. Because when God created you, He created you with a very beautiful mind. With a very beautiful mind. And what kind of mind is it? Because how did God create you? What did I tell y'all? What? We're single, unique individuals, okay? And we were all created in God's image. Don't play with us. Don't play with no you, okay? Don't play yourself. But we are. We're going to talk about low self-esteem. And if you find yourself, because we're going to talk about the signs first. If you find yourself saying negative things to yourself or about yourself or being critical to yourself with every little thing, like y'all seen on White Chicks when she was like, it's Tammy that's talking to me. Sister's low self-esteem. Sister's self-esteem was just like non-existent. Her homegirls was too. The one who was sleeping with the sister's boyfriend. We'll get in anyway. I don't want to. I'm not here to talk about White Chicks. Getting sidetracked. But if you make like jokes about yourself in a negative way, like, oh my God, my forehead is so big. You're always focusing on your negatives and never ever your positives. You always blaming yourself when something goes wrong. You always look at other people and think that they're better than you. You always think like you don't deserve to have things. If this sounds like you, baby, you have low self-esteem, okay? And it's better to know that you have low self-esteem than to just be running around here all willy-nilly with low self-esteem, embarrassing yourself and making a fool out of yourself. Okay? Okay? So, just confidence is key, guys. Okay? And everybody don't have it. Everybody don't have it. Everybody don't have it. Okay? Having poor confidence is the same as having low self-esteem. Because like that confidence, like having poor confidence, it makes you shrink yourself. Having poor confidence doesn't allow you to shine in your best light and be your best self. Okay? That is something to truly work on. If you know within yourself, like, and that's not to say for the people who like to play the background, because I actually like to play the background. Like, I'm always Beyonce, but I could do that from behind the curtain. I don't mind not always being on the spotlight. I don't mind at all. Like, even with me doing my podcast, y'all, I want to get my message out. I want to share this. I don't want fame from this. Like, I don't want Americanized fame. You see what I'm saying? Because, I don't really like celebrity culture. Like, I'm not doing this to become a celebrity podcaster. I'm doing this to become a successful podcaster and to get this message out. Get these messages out because this is my purpose. Okay? So my purpose is to inspire y'all. Like, that it really and truly is. I've looked at my master's number. Trust me, I've done the work to get to the point to understand my purpose in life is to lead and inspire others to be their best selves. Okay? So that's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing here. So it's okay if you have poor confidence because we're going to work on it. And through my podcast, through my Instagram, I'm going to start posting more about poor confidence and how to build your confidence up because that's what I really feel like this is very important. Like, the stories I've been hearing, it's enough to make a person cry. And with the type of work that I'm gonna get back to the low self-esteem, I just want to say this, with the type of work that I do with like my tarot cards and everything like that, that leads me to meet different people, all different clients, and it's a lot of people that I meet that I have to pour into them because they just have low self-esteem. And it's things that you have to say to people to get them to just kind of start thinking like, okay, if this is something that I can work on, then I'll feel better about myself. Because I don't care about you feeling better about how other people feel about you, because fuck them people. I care about you feeling good about yourself. Because that's all that matters. Okay? Because if you don't treat you right, nobody ever gonna treat you right. If you don't like you, nobody ever gonna like you. If you don't love you, nobody not gonna ever love you. Ever. Like, it won't happen. I mean, yeah, your children might love you when you have them, but they gonna love you out of like force because you're their parent. But they probably ain't gonna like you because you don't like yourself, and you would be teaching them that. And you don't want to teach your children to have low self-esteem. You don't want to teach your children to not have values. You don't want to teach your children to not have morals. Like, no. Pour into yourself first, and then start pouring into those around you. And again, this is just that was my journey. Like, that's what I had to do. I never really had low self-esteem. But I did used to shrink myself. Like, I didn't have the kind of low self-esteem that was like, I didn't have like high confidence in myself. But we'll get into what I'm about to say on another podcast, because this episode not about me. But that was something that I had to realize about myself. Like, I did have my self-esteem. It was like I had medium self-esteem, because it would get low because sometimes in certain places I would kind of shrink myself. But it wasn't I was shrinking myself because of those around me, but it was that I was shrinking myself because of those around me, because I wasn't around the people that I should have showed that to. You see what I'm saying? So I had to get out of the company of certain people so that I can know, like, okay, no, I could be my full self up in here. Like, I don't have to hold back. I don't have to not make this reference, and I don't have to not use this type of language just because I'm with a certain set of people. And that's no shade to nobody, because y'all ain't gonna never know what I'm talking about, because I'm never gonna say it. Because I'm never gonna say it. And I don't mean like class system. I mean like actual people that I know. People that come from all different backgrounds. I would kind of like not, I really don't want to say dim my light, but I would dim my light to not shine so bright around other people, because they couldn't accept it. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't accept it. So I would just, and instead of me doing that, now I'm going to move around. I'm going to move around. Because one thing also that I want y'all to remember is God gonna send you your people. Your people gonna find you. You gonna find your people. People that you have things in common with. People who can understand. People who want to understand you. You're gonna find those people, and those people are going to find you. Okay? But anyway, back to the low self-esteem. Let me pull this back. Okay, so other signs of low self-esteem. Poor confidence. If you lack control. Now, what I mean by lacking control, I mean emotional control. Because if you don't have control of your emotions, honey, you don't have control of anything. Okay? So, those women out there who you see like acting all erratic at the littlest thing all the time, and oh, it's always a thing with them. You can't control. Learn to control your emotions, sweetie. Because that's a sign of low self-esteem. Negative social comparison. Social media. I'm glad I'm bringing this up, because this is another full episode that I'm going to have to do about social media. Social media. My sister has this idea that social media is fake. Like, that's a bold statement that my sister enjoys making. Social media fake. Social media is what you make it. It's social media, okay? It's what you make it. So yes, people are only going to share what they want to share on their story. People are only going to share what they want to share on their timeline. Okay? Yeah, people are going to be selective, and people are going to show their best photos. Yeah, that's what they're going to do, because who wouldn't? You're going to present your best, especially to strangers. You don't know them. You don't know them and they don't know you. But this is the issue with social media. Social media isn't fake. Social media is creating fake people, though. Because there's people out here who are like, oh, I want to be able to. They got women out here who only want relationships so they can post it all over social media. Like, now that's weird because that's not what you want a relationship for. You want a relationship for partnership, like companionship, for friendship. You don't want that to, no, that don't make no sense. And that's the reason why BBLs have been so popular because oh, she looked like she got her body done. Like, I know a lady who is so fine. Jesus Christ. When I say a fine Amazon, I always call women fine Amazons. Fine, okay, honey? Everybody, oh, she got a BBL. She got a BBL. This woman never got surgery. This is actually a person who went to the gym and worked out and dieted and exercised, seen a nutritionist, did the work, and everybody, oh, she got a BBL. Oh, she must have got a BBL. Oh, she must have got her body done. And nothing's wrong with getting your body done because guess what, sis? If you got the money and you gonna do it, do it. However, before you do that surgery, because this is before you do that surgery, get your mind right. In 2016, I started the process of doing weight loss surgery. Like, I really wanted to do it. I was very excited. I was kind of scared. But I was more so scared of the actual procedure because I don't like pain. And I was like, I don't like that kind of pain. I don't want nobody cutting me open. I've never had surgery before. Thank God. My body is still whole. It got a little wear and tear on it, but it's, I never broke nothing. But thank you, God. Oh, God. Goodness. That shit sounded like it hurt and it looked like it hurt. I don't like that kind of pain. But anyway, with the surgery that I was going to get, I was going to get the VSG sleeve. So they mentioned that you would have to have a psych evaluation. And I didn't understand at the time why you had to have a psych evaluation, but oh, Father God, I remember. Oh, I know now. Oh, y'all, I know now. It's because, first of all, your relationship with food sometimes is very emotional. So people who are overweight, who have an addiction to food, it's because it's emotional and it's a mind thing, sweetheart. If you start seeing a nutritionist, start going to therapy too, because then you're gonna lose that weight. You're gonna lose that weight. I decided against doing the surgery for my own, I just felt like I could do it myself. I felt like if I try to do this myself and I can't do this myself, then yeah, I'm gonna come back and get it. Cause then that's the path for me. But for right now, I'm learning a lot and I'm making changes and it's working and I'm happy about that. But you have to have that psych evaluation done because a lot of the time, your relationship with food is emotional. And a lot of people become emotional eaters and have food addictions and have sugar addictions because more foods than we know processes in our body as sugar. And it's an issue. And yeah, over time, it can kill you. You know what I mean? It'll create so many different illnesses and sicknesses within you. It'll kill you. You'll die. I mean, yeah, we all gonna die one day, but why rush it? Okay? So, you have to get your mind right first. And that also ties back most of the time to low self-esteem. That's the reason why I'm bringing that up. And yeah, so I'm sorry, y'all, I got so far away from my list here with the negative social comparison. Oh, okay, back to pulling it back. When I was doing like my research, I went on Instagram, I followed a bunch of people. I went on YouTube, I followed a bunch of people. There was this one girl I really liked. I won't say her name because in the end I ended up not liking her because she showed me that it really, really and truly, like that psych evaluation, it really and truly is necessary because even though she got that surgery, it didn't change a lot about her, and it was really sad. And I'm just not gonna speak on that. It was so unnecessary. But anyway, back to the list. So, negative social comparison. So, guys, enjoy social media for what it is. I'm gonna just say that. Enjoy social media for what it is. Like, it's okay. Like, see how I said I looked on social media to look at other people's results and hear them talk about their journey. That's because I wanted to get people's reviews and thoughts and feelings on it, just to see kind of like what they went through, so I can kind of know what to expect. But everybody's journey is different. So that's like a way that, I mean, that's the way that I use social media. And then, like, when I moved to Dallas, I didn't know nobody like talking about it. And so I didn't know a lot of stuff. So when I wanted to get my nails done, go to parties, get my hair done, I had to like search hashtags on Instagram. And that's how I found a lot of people. It works. Oh, and another tidbit. If y'all move to a different city and y'all want to find something, use hashtags on Instagram. I bet you'll find you a hair braider. Just try it. Test it. All right. Anyway. So that's how we're going to use social media, okay? And if you do find yourself comparing yourself to somebody that you're following on social media, unfollow them, because that's unhealthy. It's okay to have aspirations. It's okay to be inspired by others. But if you are looking at somebody else's life through social media and totally judging your own life based on that little bitty drop of social interaction that you have with that person, unfollow them, because you don't need that negativity in your life, because you're going to drive yourself crazy. Okay. All right. If you have problems with asking for what you need, that's also a sign of low self-esteem. So because of my anxiety growing up, I had an issue with asking people for what I wanted or what I needed. But what I used to do, that didn't used to stop me. Me being scared of doing something ain't gonna stop me from doing it. Because the way I feel about it, and I've always felt like this, like even when I was younger, fear is in your mind. Fear lives in your mind. And y'all heard what I said, because of my anxiety. Fear, anxiety, they go one and the same. All right? So when you are, like, I used to have to, like, say for instance, I wanted to ask my mama for like a snack, like some ice cream. I would have to say, "Oh, Mom, can I have some ice cream? Oh, Mom, can I have some ice cream?" I would have to say it out loud. I would have to say it in my head 3 times and then say it out loud 3 times. And then I could go to my mama and I could just say it again. That's what worked for me. Now, that's something different. But that was my example, because this was rooted in the not, like, having problems with asking for what you need. If you need respect in a relationship and you have a problem with asking for it, you have low self-esteem. Because respect is just the minimum. Lauryn Hill wasn't lying. That's the minimum. That's the bare minimum in any partnership. It don't matter what ship it is. Family ship, friendship, relationship, partnership. Respect is a minimum. Okay? That's the minimum. If you don't have, starting right now when you're listening to this podcast, if you don't have any values, if you don't have any morals, make respect, self-respect, and respect for others, make that a value for you now. Okay? Because if you don't know how to respect yourself, and if you can't respect others in the same, because there's got to be a give and take. Reciprocity is needed when it comes to respect. Because if somebody is disrespecting you, then you ain't got to respect them. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel, but I am my daddy's daughter, okay? If somebody not respecting you, you don't have to respect them. But lead with respect. Lead with respect, and that's fine. Lead with respect. But as soon as you get disrespected or you feel disrespected, speak up on that. Because you need respect. Speak up on that. If you're going to be willing to die on any hill, die on that hill. Was it T.I.? I don't know what you're going to do for your respect, but I'm going to die for mine. Don't play with no me. Respect is just a minimum. Like, that's the minimum. When I'm talking bottom of the barrel minimum. Respect is the minimum. Okay? That's not the maximum. That's the minimum. There was a lady who I had a conversation with recently, random stranger. Again, that's another thing. With the gifts that I have and the energy that I have, random stranger, and I'm from New Orleans, random strangers just walk up to you and start talking to you. I had to say, and I'm from New Orleans because in New Orleans, and if you're from New Orleans, then you know anybody, anywhere, any given moment in this city will walk up to you, have a grand old conversation with you, and go about their day like they never met you. It happens to the best of us. But anyway, because that's how we are. Because New Orleans, we at once upon a time, we actually was a loving community where we actually loved each other and cared about each other everywhere. And there wasn't all this stupid ass killing and murdering and crime and carjacking. But I digress because we're not talking about that right now. Okay, this woman said about her husband because he was blatantly disrespecting her in public, in front of other people. And another lady was like, because why you let him talk to you like that? She was like, girl, I'm not worried about him. I'm not worried about him. He take care of me and he take care of my children. Let me say y'all something. Men are supposed to protect and provide, okay? But respect is the minimum. Write it down if you have to. Respect is the minimum. I don't care if somebody is protecting and providing for you. If they gonna disrespect you, they don't give a fuck about you. So no, what are they really providing? Think about it like that. Think about it like that. Anyway, if you also struggle with worry and self-doubt, so like I said, anxiety, worry, fear, self-doubt, like that, oh, I can't do that. Oh, I never could do nothing like that. Oh, I wish I could do something like that. Oh, I wish I could do that. Stop wishing and fucking do it. Stop wishing. Figure it out. Stop wishing. Stop wishing it. Figure it out. Like you can, and this is how you figure it out. Figuring it out, that's the manifesting. Write it down. Pray on it. Make your plan. Execute your plan. Okay? All right. So worrying, stop that worrying. What you worry for? Worry is impatience. It's impatience. It's impatience. That's why with a lot of stuff, yeah, you can handle a lot of stuff on your own. But whatever you start worrying it, whatever you start worrying about, and it's just pulling you down and you just can't focus on nothing else and you just can't get together, give it to God and go to sleep. Give it to God and go to sleep because it's out of your hands now. You took it and you did what you needed to do, what you could, all that you could do. Give it to God and let it go. Give it to God and go to sleep. That's what I see. Whenever I'm feeling unfocused, whenever I'm feeling overwhelmed, I am going to go to sleep. For 2 reasons. Number 1, for me, I have a lot of powerful dreams and most of the time I'm not actually sleeping when I'm sleeping. Let me say that like that. So that's 1. But 2, if my mind needs rest and I need to shut it down because I'm worrying and I'm not focusing and my thoughts are all over the place, my brain needs to calm down. So I'm going to go to sleep. Give it to God and go to sleep. Boom. If you have trouble accepting positive feedback, so if I walk up and I just, this breaks my heart. Walk up to a woman, oh, sis, your hair looks so pretty. Because that's me. I'm going to compliment a woman. I love women. We are beautiful. And we all are, like, we just have our own little styles and thing. And I love that. I love that about us. Men too. I give men positive comments too. Because y'all, my homeboys know I would call them a beautiful black man in a hot second. Where you got them shoes from? Ooh, that hair cute. Ooh, where you got the jacket from? Yeah. I don't mind giving nobody a compliment. Especially, y'all, man, come on now. Y'all done seen somebody where y'all was like, oh no, I gotta tell him, like, yeah, you put that shit together. Like, you did that. Like, you did that. Oh, you done that. Oh, you done that. You gotta let people know. All right? So if you have trouble accepting positive feedback, somebody giving you a compliment, and you like, oh no, and you go into, okay, for instance, one time I told a woman, sis, your hair looks so cute. Like, oh my God, it was clearly a wig. Oh, but it was laid in the shade, honey. Oh, but it was laid. She was like, oh, you serious, girl? Thank you so much, girl. Because X, Y, Z. And I'm like, man, I didn't, man, come on, man. And that's just, we just do that. Because we see it as us kind of keeping it real with people. But if a random stranger is giving you a compliment, take it. Tell your partner the struggles you had with your wig. Don't tell me. Tell your homegirl. Tell your homegirl. And if you tell your homegirl and she don't try to help you fix this shit, hey, get it from around her. But no, I'm not gonna word that like that. If you tell your homegirl and your homegirl tell you some shit like, girl, ain't nobody gonna be worrying about that. Ain't nobody gonna be looking at that. Don't take that. Because people is gonna be looking at that. Everybody gonna look at it. And you gonna look at it, most importantly. It don't matter who else look at it. You looked at it. If you looked at it and it wasn't right, and then you went to your friend and she said, girl, ain't nobody gonna be worried about looking at that. She looked at it. Just how you looking at it. Alright? Don't take her advice no more. Anyway. So, learn to accept compliments. Like, you don't have to, oh, no, and no. Say thank you. Hit them with a, oh, thank you. That's it. Alright? Negative self-talk. Like I said, it's power in the tongue. Watch what you telling yourself. Because what you tell yourself is what you're going to start believing. So if you tell yourself, don't nobody love me, nobody's going to love you. Because you believe it. And you're going to move through life like nobody does. Because you believe that. That's what you believe. Like, that's your belief. And this is the biggest one, and I'm so glad that I saved this one for last. The fear of failure. We have to let go of this fear of failure. Lord, please release us from the shackles of the fear of failure. I might have to do a full pie episode about this one, because people are really scared to fail. And my thing is, if you scared to fail, how you going to learn? Being afraid to fail is the same as being afraid to learn. Okay? With being an entrepreneur, and especially if you are an entrepreneur, especially listen to this part. You are going to fail. But those failures are simply temporary. And you're going to learn from each and every one of them. Okay? Don't be afraid to fail. Embrace the failure. Because there's a lesson in that. It's obviously something you had to learn. For instance, when I started my first business, I started Iconic Rebel brand in 2012. I didn't know what I was doing. I started it with a partner. It went from a partnership to a sole ownership, and it left me to come up with all of the ideas, concepts, and money on my own. The concepts and ideas were not a problem. The money, however, was an issue. So, yeah, I had to put that on the back burner because I had to live my life. Like, I had to survive and create structure and stability for myself before I can focus on my business. But I've learned now how to, do that. Not necessarily spending all of my own money. You feel me? And don't trip. I'm going to help y'all. Don't trip. I'm getting it together. Let me learn. Let me finish learning what I'm learning. And I'm going to share with y'all. But anyway, in that, I failed so much. Like, next year is the 10-year anniversary of Iconic Rebel. And I haven't had a product line in 2 years yet. Like, I'm still selling the other shirts that I had. And people are still buying them. Like, people actually still ask me, like, hey, see you got more Iconic Rebel shirts? It's insane. But I'm very appreciative and I'm very thankful. I'm very grateful. However, my thing is, with my first business, I learned that one of my weaknesses was like packaging and shipping. So with my other business, Gifts from a Goddess, I knew that, okay, that's my weakness. So I need to learn as much about that as I possibly can to turn that weakness into a strength. Okay. So because I had a couple of times where I would have orders for, no, it wasn't for Iconic Rebel. It actually was for when I was trying to start. I had an eBay business at one point in time. And it just didn't stick with me because I never used to send a shit out on time, like ever. And so I knew that that was something that I struggled with. And now with Gifts from a Goddess, I have a actual system. I know what I'm doing now because I failed all those other times. Like it was a failure. I ended up giving a woman her products and giving her her money back because it took me so long to get it to her. It was terrible. But anyway, you learn from your mistakes. Like in life anyway, God is going to give you the lesson. He's going to give you the test and then give you the lesson. Okay? Because that's just the way life works. Especially when you ask for something. Because God is going to test you. Are you sure that this is what you want? And on another episode, we'll talk about God testing me with my in my love life. Let's just put it like that. Because this is a really real. Oh, it's funny. Oh yeah, it's funny. God definitely had jokes, but yeah, God is always going to test you and then give you the lesson, and then you'll come up to the test again. So, did you learn your lesson? Because that's what it's going to be like. Did you learn your lesson? No. All right, you got to do this cycle again because you didn't learn your lesson. But did you learn your lesson? Yes. All right, well, go forth. And now you can do this. And now you can do that because you've had the test. You've had the lesson. You've learned your lesson. You made your mistakes. You failed. You got up. You dusted yourself off. You tried again. What did Aaliyah tell y'all? If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. Don't be afraid of failure. You have to embrace that. Okay? Because guess what, baby? That failure ain't doing nothing but holding you back from your wildest dreams. And ain't nothing in this world that you can't do. I'm going to say this again. Donald Trump became the president of these United States of America. You can do whatever you want to do in this world, honey. Richard Branson and Jeff Bezos went to the edge of space for 9.5 minutes just because they wanted to. You can do whatever you want to do in this world. Do not be afraid to fail, ever. Okay? Like, yeah, it's going to come up. You're going to get them knots in your stomach. But you got to be able to say, you know what? I believe in myself. And not only do I believe in myself and I have faith in myself, I believe in God and I have faith in God. And God ain't going to let me fail. Because God want to give you everything that your heart desires. That's the reason why that's the reason why I say you are co-creating the life that you want. Because yeah, God sent you here with a purpose. But you came here to live a life too. Now, in this life, you are going to fulfill that purpose. Once you figure out what that purpose is, you'll know, oh, I can fulfill this purpose. I can do it. I can do this. And guess what? You can. You can. But if you always scared of failing, oh, I don't want to do that because I'm going to be embarrassed. Or, I don't want to do that because people going to say this. Again, fuck them people. That's the best advice my mama ever gave me. Fuck them people. Because who is that? And why do you care? If they're not the people that's going to be funding it, fuck them people. Okay? That's the only time I won't say fuck them people is if they're funding something for me. Because then I'm actually going to take your opinion into consideration. And which, that's not the only time, because I do ask a certain group of people for constructive criticism. Because you do need that. You always need constructive criticism. Because your perception ain't your homegirl perception. Everybody views things differently. Everybody views things from a different view, from a different stance. Everybody's perception of things are different, okay? So you can't just say, oh, because the people gonna say this and you don't know what people gonna say. So you don't live for them, you live for you, okay? And I feel like I feel like that kind of ties back into the thing with social media. Oh, because what people gonna say? Well, what you want people to say? Let's think about it like that. If you're going to care about what people say about you, what do you want them to say? And then figure that out. And then what do you want to say about yourself? Like when you present yourself to the world, what do you want it to say? When you show up, when you arrive in the world, what do you want it to say? Do you want it to say, oh, she got low self-esteem? Oh, she got weak bitch energy. Because that's what I call it. I call it weak bitch energy. Because that's what you're projecting. And we don't do that over here, okay? We're goddesses over here. We're gods over here. We live real godly lifestyles over here. Nah, we don't do that. All right? And to combat low self-esteem, it starts within yourself. It starts in your heart. It starts in your spirit. You have to first love to learn, not, you have to first learn to love yourself. Okay? And it is going to be hard if you have low self-esteem. It's going to be hard to love yourself. It's going to be hard to look in the mirror and where you once only saw flaws, see beauty. It's going to be difficult. However, it's possible because you got to remember God made you in his image. Okay? And yeah, we all look different, but guess what? God is a spirit that you feel inside of you, and you are always going to be connected to that spirit. So yes, you are created in God's image. That's why you're so beautiful. That's why you are so uniquely you. God created you to be you. Okay? Not to be this other person and that other person. To be you. Now y'all, then come on now. You got to figure out, you got to start with that self-love. And with that self-love, you're going to figure out what your self-worth is. And you'll start looking at the relationships in your life like, wait a minute. I don't like how this person make me feel about myself. So I got to get from around them. Don't ever feel, I don't care who it is, don't ever feel guilty about that. If somebody is around you and when you're around them, you don't like how you feel about yourself, get from around them. Get from around them. Especially if they're talking to you crazy and disrespecting you. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get you some values. We're going to get you some morals. Okay? Because if you don't have any values, how can you say that you are valuable? What's valuable? You have no values. What do you have to stand on? What do you lead with? What's your foundation? Y'all could build those bodies, but if that foundation, them insides ain't right, that outside ain't gonna never be right. All right? Like that inside, that's your foundation. You need to build a solid structure. You need to build a structure within yourself that nobody can break down. Don't let nobody break down your self-esteem. Because I say this quote all the time. A wise man once said, it ain't nothing to take over a strong mind. Even Eve couldn't tell a bitch that love was blind. Rest in peace, Magnolia Slim. That's all I'm going to say. Think about that all the time. Because if you got a strong mind, if you have your values and set, you got your morals, that's what it means to have high standards. To have those values, to have those morals, to say, oh no, I'm not dealing with that. And stand on that. All right? Because if you go to going against your values, your morals, your boundaries, if you start going against that for somebody, girl, look, baby, look. That's when they got you. Okay? And they're going to be able to do whatever they want to you, like manipulate you. All right? So, on these next few episodes, we are going to talk about values. We are going to talk about morals. We are going to talk about boundaries. Setting them, what they are, and standing firm on them. And it don't matter what you did in your past. It don't matter who you used to be. I used to be somebody too. And it's a lot of people from my past that try to pop back up thinking that I'm still the same person. And yeah, I'm still Sion. I am. But the Sion that you knew ain't here no more. So you have to deal with present Sion, okay? And present Sion ain't having that shit. Leave me alone. That's my boundary. Leave me alone. Because if I know if I left you in the past, I don't want to have nothing to do with you. That's why I left you in the past. All right? But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother podcast. But yeah, man, to combat that low self-esteem, we're going to start there. We're going to start with figuring out our self-worth. We're going to start figuring out, do we really love ourselves? And when I say love, I mean unconditionally. Unconditionally, do you love yourself? Everybody, you looking for love all in the street, and you looking for love in this person and in that person. But if you don't have love in you, then where you think the love gonna come from? You gotta have the love in you first. And that comes with your values, your morals. That's why I told y'all, stop praying for the fruits of the spirit. That love first gonna come from in you. And you got like, man, look, the spirit of God lives within you, okay? And God is love. And there's no greater love than God's love. Okay? And remember that the next time that you feel like you don't love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you don't love God, because God lives within you. All right? That's the reason why I started calling y'all goddesses and gods. You know what I'm saying? If anybody knew me in high school, y'all know I used to call myself the queen. I always carry myself highly like this. Yeah, I'm the queen. Like, that's no disrespect to nobody else. I ain't calling y'all peasants. That's no disrespect to y'all. But in my life, I was the queen. And now, I'm the goddess. Like, that's what I am. Very godly. The one is, listen, there's nothing better than being God's favorite. Period. Okay? And we're all God's favorite, because we're all God's children. And they say that we're all God's children because the Spirit of God lives within us, which means that which means that God's love lives within us. Okay? Which means that our self-love is based on something that is so deep and so amazing and so merciful and just gracious, and be grateful for that. Okay? Be grateful for that. So, like I said, keep following the Instagram, because I'm going to start doing like activities, because I really like this. I feel now this is my purpose. I'm very passionate about it. I am very passionate about it. Like, I want us all to be better people, and in order for us to be better and be our best selves all the time, and to grow to be our best selves, we first have to start with a solid foundation. And that solid foundation starts in you. Okay? It starts with you. So if you need to do your mirror work, do your affirmation. Like, y'all think I be making them goddamn affirmation posts every week for myself? Yes, I do. But I make them for y'all too. So yes, in the morning, look at actually, if y'all want to, what I'll do, because I do them every week, every like few months or so, I'll make one post on Instagram and post them all together, and that way y'all can save it. Or if y'all need me to like make a reel of all of these different affirmation posts so y'all can save it, do this mirror work. Do the work, do the work, do the work. Okay? But you have to do the work for you. You cannot do self-healing work for anybody else. You can't do a self-love journey for anybody else. You have to want to do it for yourself. And guess what? The awesome thing about building this solid foundation within yourself is that nothing and nobody can move you from that solid foundation. Nobody can break down that foundation, because you built it up yourself, in yourself. And it's down deep in you. And that's your principles. And that's like I said, values, morals, boundaries, your principles, your beliefs. What do you stand on? What do you stand for? Who are you standing up for? I know who I'm standing up for. I'm standing up for myself. And God blessed me with some beautiful nieces and nephews and godchildren, and those children look up to me. So yeah, I have to move in certain ways, because them children looking up to me. Okay, and I want to teach them that they have to have that solid foundation. Y'all not going to be able to talk to my babies crazy, because they going to all know, oh, I love myself, and God loves me, and my nanny loves me. Okay, they going to all know that. And my auntie loves me. My favorite two titles, like before, I mean, being a sister is cool and all, but I love being an auntie, and I love being a nanny. Like, they favorite two titles ever. Ever. Being a sister, being a daughter, that's cool. But nothing so far in this lifetime has beat the joy that I have felt with being an aunt or a nanny. Like, well, I don't want to say a nanny, because people don't think, like nanny. But don't think nanny like the nanny. Like, think godmother, because I mean, I'm the fabulous godmother, period. That's what we call me. And I love that. And because of that, and I know that those children are looking up to me, that was I had to have this solid foundation within me. I can't be moved. I can't be moved. I can't come off. I can't come down from this godless position. From this goddess position. I can't even get my words out now. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm tired. But I woke up early because I wanted to get this podcast out. Like, I had to get this, again, I had to get the message out. All right. So it's only up from here. Okay. We're going to continue on growing with each other, growing with love. We're going to lead with love all the time. We're going to lead with love and respect. Okay. So if you can try that, just try that. Try that for the week. In every situation, in every space, go in with an open mind, an open heart, and with respect. Okay? Try that for me. So, like I said, thank you for listening. I didn't say that already, but thank you for listening. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your ratings. Thank you for your reviews. Those mean a lot to me. And they're really helping my podcast to grow and helping our little community grow. And I just love that for us. So thank you so much. As always, if you want to book a tarot reading, actually right now, my energy's been all over the place. So I think I'm going to take November off from tarot. I've been going through a lot of changes in energies and things like that. So I don't really feel comfortable really channeling that right now. So that's that for that. Gifts from a Goddess. Shop online. I don't have a pop-up shop set yet, but as soon as I have a pop-up shop, y'all already know. I'm gonna let y'all know. Anyway, so shop giftsfromagoddess.com. Follow gifts from at gifts from a goddess _ on Instagram. It's in my bio too. So go to the Misguided Goddess podcast Instagram page, and you can get to any of my pages from there. Click the link in my bio. You can get to my podcast. You can get to my Amazon wish list. You can get to my journals if you want to get your manifestation journal, a brain dump journal, just a daily writing journal. Shop my journals. They're in my link in my bio. If you haven't downloaded the Sonic League Radio app yet, what are you waiting on? Come on, hurry up, download it. You don't want to miss this. Like, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Kelly Green does a Kelly Green Morning Show on Sonic League Radio. Download the app, man. You can listen to it, and then all day long you can just stream this bomb ass music. Download the Sonic League Radio app. All right, cause y'all know, y'all already know. It's like the music. Oh my goodness, the music that's on there. Like, I keep saying y'all already know. Y'all don't know if y'all ain't download the app yet. Download the app because the music is so fire. Like, shout out to DJ Kelly Green though. What else do I got? I think that's it so far. So thank you so much again for listening. Please share this with whoever you think needs to hear it. If you know somebody who is suffering with low self-esteem, share this with them so that they can get this message too, so that they can learn that there's no greater love than God's love, and God's love lives within you. It lives within you. So God loves you, so you got to love you too. All right? Because not loving yourself is literally a slap in the face to God. And what you're not going to do is play with God. All right? So thank you again for listening. Peace. I love you.